Hey fellow YouTubers, this is N0AGI. I'm here to do a video series on a project for my home office. And what it is this is a crank up thingamajig I got at a local Axeman store. In fact, I got two of these. One is here and the other is right over there at a pretty good price. So I'm building an overkill monitor stand. So what I'm working on right now is building the base. I got some of this steel tubing I got from the Discount Steel here in Minneapolis a few months ago. So I'll probably reuse that and make a right angle base for it, and then probably build wheels on it eventually. Again, like I said, this is not a need project. This is more of an overkill. This has been lying around in my workshop for a little over a year now. Haven't done anything with it, so I thought I might as well do something with it and make it a little bit interesting. So if you guys are interested in this, please do follow, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I got this welded here just in a couple of spots, and I'll finish it off later, but I just want to get this thing started and get this moving. And I'll build a base leg on this side and one on the other side, and hopefully that'll take care of the base, at least for now. And then I'm going to take a similar square tubing and build it, have two pieces, one on each side of this unit, so it can go from top to the bottom, so it can provide some additional support to the unit with the base. So, and then eventually I'll need to build a spoke that will hook onto a motor in the base or somewhere in between. I may have to put a smaller spoke here and then have a bracket come out with another spoke and take the spoke chain down to the base with the motor. So hopefully that'll all make sense once I start building it. So I'm cutting the two halves for the other side of the base here. So there are two parts that go on either side. They're about 9 inches in length. So I'll get that done, and then we'll get that welded. In the meantime, I completed the welding of the main shaft onto the first leg of the other main base portion of the or main leg of the base here. This is the manufacturer's name and the serial or the model number. So here's the underside of the base. I should have done this sooner than later. I delayed doing the underside, and then what that did was it warped these two legs that way. So I need to figure out maybe taking it to the vise and bending it back to level. But anyway, so at least the the unit is coming along, except for the snafu. So anyway, so that's that, and eventually I'll probably add some wheels on to the base here. My next step would be to complete these tacks, weld it, get it done, and then cut the remaining two legs, the side legs of the square tubing, and get that welded. Hopefully that'll come out okay. Okay, so here's the supporting leg on this side of the equipment, or the unit, and I'm cutting another piece for this side for some added support structure. So just a quick update. Okay, so I think the base unit is complete. I will need to install or weld a couple of wheels onto the base. The next step would be to really install the sprocket, the chain, and then the motor at the bottom somewhere. So what I'm doing right now is I took the spoke and the motor from one of my kids' older broken scooters, and just welded that to the gearbox here, the worm wheel gearbox, and just tack welded the motor in line with the spoke here, so they match with the smaller gear spoke with the larger gear spoke. And then I'll have to go get a chain to kind of connect those together. So right now I'm in the process of completing the weld. I had a snafu earlier, so my tack weld didn't go through that well. But anyways, I'll complete that, and then I'll probably end up cutting this part here. That's just an overhang, so I'll cut that part too and get this all ready for mounting the chain. I think this is looking pretty good, so let's see if I can cover that. There might be some little bit of alignment off with the larger spoke, as you can tell, or at least I can tell. It's a little bit off. So anyways, once I mount the chain, it'll be easier to adjust if needed. So with that, I think I did the very first painting on the overall structure. I'll probably need to go. I think I might have a couple of wheels here, but if not, I'll go to the local tractor supply store and grab 4 wheels and weld that together. And then the rest of it is really electronics, just the speed control and the up and down motion control. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's I would call this end of part 1 really, because I think this is at a point where I need to go get a chain, a bicycle chain. I need to do some electrical switch and up down switch, and I'll probably wire through the columns here and take it down, and then maybe provide the supply through the bottom leg over there. So I think that could be a good part 2 discussion or part of this project. So overall, I think I'm happy with how this turned out. not the most perfect furniture or making of a furniture, but you know what, actually I'll end up using this. I was talking to my son earlier. I'll probably end up building a frame on top of this for a short table, like a workbench table, and I think that might be more useful than a table for a monitor. So I think that probably will get better use of it than just for the monitor. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you back on part 2.